24, Anthony Zielinski as co-captains tonight for the Trojans. For the Juniata Indians, number 15 is Frymore. He is their big quarterback, and he'll be the one that we'll have to watch tonight. As we understand, they love to run the football. Not too much passing. I was told up here that the passing game is accidental here at Juniata, but they do run the ball, and they got a couple of quick fellas here in this ball club, so we're going to have to really play some good running defense. So we'll see what happens. It looks as though the Trojans have won the toss, and they will defer until the second half, when they'll receive the kickoff to begin the second half. So UDA will kick off to the Indians here as we get it going here in just a moment. So good luck to both squads, and we'll see what happens now as teams get ready for the opening kickoff of tonight's ball game. Getting set for Brian Robertson's kickoff, Wagner and Porter back deep to receive the kick for the Juniata Indians. And Brian Robertson for UDA has her teed up here now, and we're about set to go. Trojans need a big ball game tonight up here at Juniata, and we'll see if we can get it from these guys. They appear to be ready. I think they've been stunned the last two outings, and so they want to prove something tonight if they can against these Indians. So here comes Robertson's opening kick. It's going to go over on the far side of the field and go out of bounds, and so the Juniata Indians, I believe, will take the ball at their own 35. We'll see. Illegal procedure called against the Trojans, of course, on the kick out of bounds, and so the Indians will put it in play first and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Boyer is the quarterback out there for these Indians as they set it up for the first offensive play of the ball game. They'll put everybody in the backfield, and the handoff is going to go up the middle, and he's not going to get too much as stacked up immediately in there by any number of Trojans, including Breyer. And Sean Rao in there making a good stop. And Zielinski, they say. But anyway, gain of nothing on the play. It'll be second down and 10. The ball squarely at the 35-yard line of the Indians. So they stopped them on the first one for sure. Need some more of that. I believe they're ready. Look at Sean. Sean Rao looks like he's ready to play. Here's Frymore. He's going to go back and scramble over this way. He's going to get a rush, fires one downfield. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line, and he dives to the UD 48-yard line. A first down on the completion to number 23 out there. That's Chuck Werner, and he has the first down for the Indians. So, as I said, they don't pass much, but when they do, they're effective. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but at any rate, the ball is spotted at the UDA 49, playing right out directly in front of us here. Picked up 16 yards on that pass play. It's first down and 10. They'll set the backs in the backfield now on this first and 10. Pitches back over this way, and going up the middle with it goes that number 20 again, and that's that Porter. And Porter gets a couple of yards before he's tackled in there by Randy Sims. Rao in there and again on a stop, among others. Picked up 3. It'll be at the 46-yard line of the Trojans. Second and 7 coming up. Okay, on a second down play, they're going to hand this one off to Porter, and he splits up the middle and got some good yardage. Enough for the first down, and then some. That's that Wagner. He carries it down to the Trojan 36-yard line, where it will be first and 10 for the Indians. Morgan and Zielinski stopping the runner on the play, but not before he gains plenty of yardage, and Trojans will put some beef in there as Derek comes into the ball game. And here's a pitch over there for that number 20 again, and he'll get a yard or 3 as he is tripped up in there by Altland along with Sims. Porter gets a couple of yards, picking up 3 on the play. It'll be third down, well, almost 4. Almost 4, second down and 6 now. Schaefer in the middle of that UD line out there. Here is a second down and 6 play. They'll pitch it back over here. He's going to pass it. He's going to fire one down the left side. It's got a man out there. It is complete for a touchdown. Well, I take everything back I said. They do pass. They do play well. It is 6-0 Juniata. The score comes with 2 minutes and 47 seconds elapsed here in the ball game, and the Indians are up 6-0, and their extra point try will be coming up here in just a moment. And Hollis, number 11, will attempt the extra point try here for the Juniata Indians. This ball is loose. It's going to come all the way back here, and let's see who has it. It's going to be UD. And I guess you cannot advance that because Brad Snyder falls on it, and it will be the Juniata Indians kicking off here to the Trojans in just a moment. 6-0 Juniata, and we'll be right back with the Trojans getting the ball for the first time on offense here in just a moment. To do that, they're going to send back Altland on the near side of the field, and on the far side of the field is that Dion Brower. So we'll be ready to go here with the Juniata kickoff in just a moment. Ryan Hollis will tee it up here for the Indians as he gets set to kick off for the first time tonight. And the Trojans need to get back into this one quickly now if we can. See if we can generate some offense. You know, we very well could and should against this outfit. Let's see if we can. Here comes that Hollis kick. It's going to be a low kick, taken back here at about the 22-yard line. This is Zielinski. Zielinski winds it up the right side over there and finally stopped by a group of Indians come up there and attack him at about the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on their own 36 or so. Yeah, about the 36 or 7, about the 37-yard line actually. 1st and 10, UDA. Bobby Pham in the backfield back there for the Trojans at the quarterback spot. He's got Altland and Zielinski in there, and they'll flank a couple of guys out on the near side of the field on his 1st and 10. Pham will hand this one off, and going up the right side with it goes Breyer, and Dion Breyer gets to the 37-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 2 or so on the play, 2nd down and 8. 2nd down, 8. There was some talk on the pregame interview they had on the radio about Bobby Pham and his versatility back there. Bob goes into the shotgun formation. He's going to get it. He's going to run. He goes over the right side. Bob with some good running rope. Streaks down the right side over there. Still on his feet, knocked out inside the 40-yard line or around the 40-yard line of the Indians. Bobby Pham with a good run that time for the Trojans. It is 1st and 10. Trojans now on the just inside the 40-yard line of the Indians. 1st and 10. UDA as Bob goes back over the center this time on his 1st and 10 from the Indian 39. Altland's in motion. Handoff, however, is coming over this way, and up the middle with it goes Zielinski, and Zielinski drives it to the 34-yard line. Number 24, where it'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and
78. Brian Leach.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 35, so it'll make it a 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. All right, on a 2nd down and 5 play. See what UD does with this one. They're going to split the ends, reverse them, put Rao at the tight end spot on this side of the field. And in motion over this way comes Heath Altland. And the handoff is to Breyer up the middle. Breyer with some good running room dives down to the 27-yard line. It is 1st and 10. UDA. Brower with a good run, and Brower comes up limping. Looks like he may have hurt one of his legs. I'm not sure which one, but he is walking pretty gingerly out there. And let's see. Sean Rao is going to check out of the ball game for UDA. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Trojans with a pretty good march on the go here now. We can keep this one going. This time the handoff is going to be over this way to Breyer again, and this time Dion is stopped after a gain of only a yard or so.
Handoff to number 33.
Smith coming up there among others to make the stop for the Indians. Leach also in there in a stop. Gain of, or actually a loss of a yard on the play. Loss of a yard make that. Ball back to nearly the 27.5-yard line, whatever. It's going to be Peterson checking out of the ball game now. Flanking out on the far side of the field will be Sherman. And even further yet outside there is that Altland. 2nd down at 11. Back to pass goes Pham. He's getting a rush. Fires one down the right side. Man is out here. No, it's intercepted. 23 picks it off, and coming downfield with it is that Indian. He dodges a couple of Trojans, still on his feet, making his way down the far side. Rao has a shot at him, and Sean Rao will grab him and throw him down. But the Trojans turn it over on the interception. Bobby Pham throwing on the run that time. Didn't have much of a chance to set for that one as he was being really pursued out there. And Chuck Werner, number 23 here, will pick it off and bring it all the way back to the 24-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Indians. So the Trojans, who seem to be getting one going there now, turn it over, and now we'll have to work on holding these guys and getting that ball back. Here's Frymore, hands this one off, and up the middle with it for a couple of yards goes an Indian, or he's fallen upon by many Trojans, including Mosser out there. Justin Mosser coming up there with that stop. Picking up 4 on the play, however, is that Indian. Will be 2nd down and 6. Okay, we've got a 2nd down 6 situation now for the Indians. Frymore will hand this one off. Up the middle with it goes number 20, and he is stopped after a pretty good gain. He's going to be about a yard or so short of the 1st down. Kinch in there making the stop for the Trojans, along with Rao and Randy Sims.
And number 32, Sean Rowe.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 2. 3rd down and about 2, actually. All right, the ball will be out at the 38-yard line. 1st and, or 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Okay, they'll split the backs in the backfield. Handoff is to number 20. He's going to go around the left side. He's got the 1st down. Bounces to the 40-yard line.
20, J.R. Porter carries the ball for an
Porter gets the 1st down. Stopped by a couple of Trojans in there, including Breyer. So 1st and 10 from the Indian 40-yard line.
1st and 10, Juniata on the
4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter, and the Indians again on the march. On a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff, and up the middle for it. Go with it goes number 29. He stopped after a gain of about 5. Wagner takes it to the 45-yard line. He's 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 now from the 45-yard line of the Indians. Frymore will hand this one off, and JR is trying to turn the left side. The ball is loose, and who has it? Juniata has the football. It came loose, rolled out of bounds, but they had the last possession of it. So it remains Juniata ball. Picked up a yard. That was a gain out to the 46-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Number 29, Jeremy Wagner was the runner last time on that play. And Wagner comes in. No, he come over and set himself over here on this side. On a 3rd and 4. Pitches back there to Porter, and he gets maybe a yard or so. It's going to be short of the 1st down by a yard. And we'll bring up 4th down now. So Porter does not get the 1st down. He's stopped in there by Kevin Wirtz, along with Altland. Rao also again in there on the play. It'll be 4th down, and the Indians are going to have to punt that ball away. So the Trojan defense has held them. If they do punt this ball away, and going back to receive the punt is going to be Sherman on the near side of the field and Peterson on the far side of the field for UDA to cover this punt. Punter will be punting from pretty deep. He gets a good snap, and the kick is a nice high kick, going to bounce around. Oh, it takes a good UDA bounce and is, well, going to be down. Let's see, they're going to down it at the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Let's see where they spot this one. Yeah, they're going to pick it up.
Punt is covered by number 22.
Should move this one back. What are they doing? Spot should be up here. They're discussing the spot. The referee officially tells them to spot it up there because the Indians were the only one to touch the football. So it was advanced by the Indians, and it'll be put down at the 37, so it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Trojans. So the Trojans, with a good defensive effort that time, have held these Indians, and we'll get the ball back. Now, last time we had the ball, we were moving it pretty good until the interception, but let's see what happens this time. Now, Zielinski is a single set for UDA. Pham will hand this one off to Zielinski. He'll try to go over the right side over there. He's going to gain maybe a yard or so, but he's met out there by a couple of Indians. Again, that's Smith, one of them. And he gets tackled after a gain of almost nothing. Maybe a half a yard, not much on that. It'll be second down and 9. Picked up 1. I think it's time for Bob to try to hit Sherman with one. Earlier in the season, man, they were hooking up regularly. Here's Bob. He's going to pitch it over this way. The pitch is good, but coming up there to make the big stop are several of those Indians. Not much on that play, maybe a yard or so. So Breyer picks up a yard out to the 39-yard line where it'll be third down and 7. So not too much on that.
Third down and 8.
We'll be looking for something big here on the third down play. We've got 1 minute and 12 seconds and the clock is running, remaining here in the first quarter. Oh, we got a third down and 7 or 8. Whichever you prefer. I prefer 7. An announcer here liked 8, so whatever. Anyway, here we go. Bobby Pham back to pass. He's getting a rush. Going to scramble around the right side for his life over there. Now he tucks it away, and he will go out of bounds before he gets to the anywhere near the first down yardage. And so it'll bring up fourth down and about 6 or so. And with 48 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Trojans will be punting that ball away. And let's see who's going to do the punting. And Bobby Pham generally does the punting for UD also. And we'll see if Bob's going to be the punter tonight. He is. He'll go back to punt this ball away. Bob can generally get some boomers off here. So let's see if Bob gets a good one off here. That snap, it hits somebody, and that's kind of a year, I guess, that the Trojans are kind of having, huh? Smith will pick up the ball. The ball never got back near Bob, and so it'll be first and 10 now as the ball is recovered at the 30-yard line of the Trojans, first and 10. So Trojans playing really, really horrendous ball sometimes. They have their moments, but gee whiz. It's first and 10. First and 10, Junior. You can't give a team like this a break like that. And we've done it. And let's see if it'll cost them or not. 33 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Frymoyer sends a man in motion to hand up, going up the middle is Smith, and Smith dives deep into the secondary, picking up about 8 or 9 on the play. Stopped in there by 41. That's Altman. Gain of 9 in the play, second down and 1. Okay, that's going to do it. The first quarter has come to an end with the Trojans on the short end of a 6-0 score. Juniata will have the ball on a second down and 2. They'll be on the Trojan 22-yard line when we come right back. Okay, the second quarter ready to get underway now with the ball on a second down and less than 2 at the Trojan 22. Frymoyer will hand this one off. Smith with it, and he is going to be racked up out here before he can reach the 20-yard line, or as he reaches the 20-yard line. Kinch in there on the stop along with Altman and Rao.
Ryan Kinch on the stop.
And it will be short of the first down, or they're going to measure it. From here, it looks like he has it. But we'll see in just a moment. It is a first down, yeah. It was a first down. There was no doubt about it. So the Indians have the ball now at the Trojan 20-yard line, where it is first and 10, Juniata. Number 80 will split out on the far side of the field for the Juniata Indians on this first and 10 from the Trojan 20. Pitches back over this way to that J.R. something or other, and he dives to the 16 or 17.
20,
J.R. Porter. Stopped in there by Peterson.
22, Drew Peterson.
Coming up there to make the stop. Gain of about 7 on the play, or make it 8. Be second down and 2. Ball actually down around the 13. I may have said the 17. It's down around the 13-yard line. Second down and 2. And flag on the play, hold everything.
Flag on the play.
Linesman threw a flag out here, probably penalty. It looks like it would be against Juniata. They're the one backing up. And they probably lined up off sides there. Illegal procedure against Juniata.
Penalty is illegal.
So that'll move them back 5 and make it a 2nd down and 7. And the ball will be spotted back at the 17-yard line. So now I'm correct. Yep, ball is back at the 17. We 2nd down and 7. Trojan stopped them the last time, then gave the ball away, and now let's see if we can stop them here. Frymore hands it off on a fake. He's going to be missed in the backfield by a couple of guys, but finally tackled at about the 13-yard line. A couple of guys coming up there to make the stop. We got a man down here. Is he going to get up? Slowly. A couple of Trojans down, as a matter of fact. Let's see. One of them is Altland, and the other one is at Sims.
3rd down and 3 for the Indians.
Heath back there must have got kicked on the shin or maybe hurt an ankle or something. Kind of limping around a little bit back there. Is he going to go off? No, I guess not. If the bone's not showing, you stay in there. No. Anyway, 3rd down and 3. Picked up 5 on the last play, so it'll be about 3rd and 3. Motion goes at 24. Back to pass goes Frymore. Fires one over the far side. It is incomplete. Intended over there for Wagner, but he couldn't handle it. And so it'll bring up a 4th down now. What are they going to do now? Kick a field goal, I guess. These teams up here do that. You know, they got kickers, and I'm not sure that's what they're going to do, but wouldn't surprise me. And it's a 4th down and 4. And I guess they'll be going for it. Yeah. They'll go and see if they can get a TD here. No, it's going to be a field goal. By gosh, it is. I was right. Hollis will attempt a field goal. It would be kicked from the 5, 10, 15, 20. It'd be a 30-yard field goal or 35-yard field goal. We'll watch it. Snap is low. It's going to be a fake. And coming back with his 15, and he is going to be thrown down. Well, that worked. As coming up there to make the big stop is that Dion Breyer, and Breyer has the man stop back at the 20. I don't know. This field here is ridiculous when you're trying to figure out where the line markers are. Oh, let's see. Where is he? It looks like he would be at the 29. Yeah, about the 29-yard line now. So again, the Trojans have held them here after giving up the ball deep in their own territory. They have held, and they will get the football. Good job. The defense now coming to life. We would get some little offense generated here. Quit giving the ball away. We'll be all right. It's still a 6-0 ball game. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pham gonna roll left. Friars have passed over there. It is complete to Breyer. He is knocked out of bounds over there after he receives the pass from Bobby Pham, picking up about 6 or 7, 8 yards on the play. Let's see where they spot it. It is going to be awful close to the first down. It'll be 2nd down and inches.
Gain of 9 in the play brings up
2nd down. Look at that. 2nd down in inches. So nice play, a nice pass play, and a good reception by Dion Breyer. 2nd and 1. We'll stay back a little bit this time, although they may sneak for the 1 just to get a first down. No, they won't sneak it, but they won't get it either, as
33, Dion
Breyer is hit before he gets to it, or did they give him the forward progress and did he make it? I'm not sure. If this guy here is spotting it, then I think he does have the first down. Let's see, it is a first down. He made that by about 3 inches. Wow, that was close. And Dion sort of reacted as though he may not have made it. And boy, from here, it was awfully, awfully close. But it's 1st and 10 now. The Trojans have moved the ball to their own 40, and they have another first down. Now they're going to split a couple of guys out here. Rao will come as the tight end on this side of the field. Motion coming over this way is Altland. And Bobby Pham will hand this one off. And trying to cut it back the other way is Breyer, but he's not going to get much out of that as he is hit in the backfield, I believe. Gets up with a little bit of favoring his leg a little bit. Dion looks like he had hurt that ankle or shin or whatever it was a couple of plays ago. And we got nothing out of that. 2nd and 10. I don't know what kind of defensive team the Indians have had this year. They've been playing pretty well here in the first half of the ball game, but the Trojans have also. Again, here comes Allen. He's kind of limping as he goes in motion over this way. Bobby Pham's got it. Bob's going to roll around this side. Fires one downfield. It is complete. And this could go for a touchdown as Anthony Zielinski has got this football. And we got a 6-6 ball game. A great rollout pass that time by Bobby Pham to Anthony Zielinski. And we have a tie game here right now. The Trojans can take the lead with an extra point try. The score came with 7:53 remaining here in the first half. And a great rolling pass by Bobby Pham that time. Hit Zielinski cutting across the middle, and Anthony grabbed it at about the 35-yard line and ran it in unopposed the rest of the way. So good job, Bobby Pham and Anthony Zielinski. What a great team up that time on a fine effort. Extra point try, which could give the Trojans the lead for the first time in the ball game, of course, if we can get two here, and they're going to go for two. So let's see what we can do with this one on a extra point try that could be tremendously vital. Here's Bob rolling, looking, passing, completing. Upper Dauphin leads 8-6. Pass complete out here to Brar. Dion Brar all alone gives the Trojans the lead now, 8-6 with 7:53 remaining here in the first half. If that doesn't pick up this ball club, then a stick of dynamite wouldn't even hurt. So we'll be back and see what happens here in just a moment. Okay, Robertson's got her teed up now, and Brian will kick off for the second time. We kicked off to begin the ball game now after our first touchdown of the ball game. And we'll see what kind of a kick Brian can get in here. He's ready, and here they go. This is going to be a little kind of a squibby, nubbering looking kick, and it's going to go out of bounds down here. And a flag's going to be thrown at the same time as the ball went out of bounds, and I think we're going to get a flag and probably a penalty tacked on to this one. The ball is down at the 38-yard line, but I believe the Trojans are going to pick up a personal foul on the play, and they'll carry it down here to the 43-yard line or somewhere around there of the hold the phone. It's an out-of-bounds kick. They rule the kick went out of bounds, and so they'll have a chance to take it at the 35. And, of course, they'll take the ball where it is and not take the penalty because the ball is at the 39-yard line. So let's see. All right. The silly procedure against UD declined, and it'll be taken out here at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. So Trojans, let's see if the defense can really hang in there. What we need to do here now, fellas, is pick one off or something like that. You know, really get that ball back real quick here now and see if we can't stun these Juniata Indians. It's homecoming here at Juniata tonight, so we'd like to return the favor that the Millersburg Indians put on us here 2 weeks ago, and who knows. Here we go. Fry Moyer's got him set up at the 39-yard line of Juniata, 1st and 10. Pitches back here. Here comes that pass play again. Down the side it goes. It's going to be intercepted over there by Sherman. Sherman rearing down the left side. Sherman all the way down. Cuts it inside. Goes down to the 10. And he's going to be tackled inside the 10-yard line. Folks, did I call it? Oh, I love it. 1st and 10, UDA. The ball inside the 10-yard line. There's a flag out here. Oh, hold it. Can we be snake bitten like that? Let's have a hold on Juniata. Now we can decline this bugger. Come on, fellas. Nope, they're talking to Juniata. Oh, the play of the night for the Trojan defense, and we're going to have that one coming back. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. That's disheartening all the heck. See what the call is. I'm not sure what it might have been, but this guy's going to tell us, and the ball's coming back, way back to the original line of scrimmage is where they're at now. So they'll march something off from there, and boy, I have no idea what it might be at this point. Oh, that was it. That was the kicker and the killer for the Juniata Indians, and they've gotten a reprieve here by virtue of the penalty on the play. Tough call. Whatever it is, let's see what it is. Roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. 1st down for the Juniata Indians. Crowd over on the other side of the field doesn't like the call at all. And it's a 1st and 10 out the 44-yard line of the Trojans. So, boy, that was a thing that could fire up this ball club. Boy, great interception there. Interception by Sherman. And a terrific run back by Matthews. So let's see. I bet these guys are going to be fired up now. Oh, that's just unbelievable. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Juniata on the Trojan 44. 7:37 remaining here in the second quarter. They're going to still check on something over here. The officials are still not sure about this one, I guess. Well, now they're sure. And here we go on a 1st and 10. That was so disappointing, but let's go. Let's get over it quickly and get that ball back. Here is a reverse coming back this way is number 20, still on his feet. Breaks it down to the Trojan 30-yard line inside to the 29, where Pham and Peterson
number 12, Robert Pham on the
take care of him. Put a big first down on the play. Ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line of the Trojans. 1st and 10, Indians. 1st and 10 for the Indians on the 28-yard line. Here is that Smith, and he tries to go up the middle with it, and he's going to get a yard or two before he's tackled out there by the Trojans. Breyer, Altland, Kinch making the stop in there for UDA. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Oh, geez, the Trojans who have just excited us here with that interception and have a darn thing called back.
25-yard line.
2nd and 6. Now let's get the ball. Motion over there goes that Porter. He'll reset. Uh-oh, now the Trojans may have jumped off sides. Offside call against the Trojans makes it a 2nd and 1 now, and the ball down at the 20-yard line of Juniata. 6:25 remaining here in the first half. Trojans up by 2-8-6. Frymoyer will hand this one to number 29. Tries to go around the right side over there, and he is going to be met by Rao and Breyer and Sherman. Knocked down over there by those three, and there is a flag on this play.
Penalty flag on the play.
Okay, now we don't want one of these. Oh, this is holding. Okay, holding. And that brings a cheer from the UD crowd as the officials actually can see red now. They saw red that time and they saw a hold. So that's going to come back and put the ball back at the 30-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 12. Ball will be now spotted at the 31-yard line. And Trojans get a big break there now if they can just take advantage of that.
Brings up 2nd down and 12 for the Indians.
2nd and 12 with Frymoyer looking at the Indian defense and now, or the Trojan defense. Now he's ready. Porter goes back. He's going to throw that pass again. No, he's going to dump a little screen off, but it's no good. Incomplete it goes, and this time we stayed back there, and Kinch took care of J.R. Porter, but Porter dumped it off over here to not sure whom that was supposed to be thrown to, but nevertheless, it'll be 3rd down and 12. And if the Trojans can hold it here, next play or so, we could get that ball back with some time remaining. 5:56. Clock stopped with the incompletion. And it's looking at a 3rd down and 12 now for Juniata. 3rd down and 12. Frymoyer sends man in motion. He's looking, dumps one over the middle, and is intercepted this time. Well, let's see if we can pick this one up. This is Peterson. Peterson at the 35, the 40. Peterson at the 45-yard line and dropped out here by Smith. But another pickoff here by Drew Peterson. Way to go, Drewster. UDA has the football at the 47-yard line. Smith making the stop for Juniata. The Trojans with 5 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in the first half as Bobby Pham will look for some instructions and see if we can get another series moving here that can get us a couple more points on the board. Way to go, Trojans. Way to go, Peterson. And a nice interception, his 2nd one of the last 2 series. One called back, of course. Bobby Pham will go back into the shotgun formation this time on a 1st and 10. He's going to rush this one. Comes around this side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds over here at the 43-yard line. Picked up maybe a yard or so, not too much on that. Frymoyer coming over there and making the stop for Juniata. But, well, let's see. What did he get on the play? He got 1. second down and 9. Okay, on a second down and 9 from the 43-yard line. Here goes Bob Pham. He's looking down the left side. He's getting a big rush. Gets away from one man. He's still getting a big rush, and he's going to be dragged down and thrown out of bounds over in front of the Trojan bench. As a lot of pressure that time on Bob. He was unable to see a receiver open that time, and he was forced to keep it, but at least he didn't throw it away that time and throw it up for grabs. So Bob is thrown down back there for no gain, no loss on the play. So Bob made a little bit of something out of nothing that time, as he was really being pursued very hotly in that deep in that Trojan backfield, and managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll bring up a third down and 10, however. And this time Altland will flank on the near side of the field along with Peterson for the Trojans. Now they'll put Peterson at the wide receiver spot, and motion goes Altland over on the left side. Bob Pham is going to fake the handoff, look down the left side. Still has the football, takes it away with it and runs and gets a first down. Great run that time by Bobby Pham, picking up the first down for the Trojans. Good heady run by Bobby Pham. First and 10, UDA, 5:11 remaining in the first half. Trojans have it at the 47-yard line, and it will be first and 10, UDA. Way to go, Bob. Good, smart. The team looks like it's playing some smart football now. Really coming to life. First and 10. And timeout called by the Indians, I believe. Juniata is going to call timeout. Got 5 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Trojans do have the football on a first and 10. They lead by 2, 8-6. First and 10 Trojans. Trojans generating an offense, generating excitement right now here at Juniata. Here's the handoff and trying to go up the middle with it. Zielinski lost the handle on the football, but I think UD may have it. They do. The Trojans, number 33, Brower, comes in there and recovers that fumble. Anthony lost the handle on it in the backfield. Loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 11. So Brower very alertly diving on that loose football, and the Trojans keep possession. It's the kind of stuff we want to minimize here, fellas. I'm sure they do too. No one wants to minimize it more than the ball players. All right, they'll line it up again here now on a second down and 10. Bobby Pham's got it. He'll pitch it back over this way to Breyer, and Breyer is hit in the secondary here and wrestled back after a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. And Breyer was hit by about 3 or 4 Indians that time. But Dion with a good drive picks up 4. It'll be third down and 6. Nice run that time as Breyer was converged upon by 3 Indians, but managed to get some decent yardage out of it. The ball will be at the 43-yard line of the Indians. Tiny Tim Kuppenhaver's the center in there. Bobby Pham goes up over the center on this play. Power I backfield in there for UDA on a third down and 6. This is going to be Pham coming back to get a pass off, rushing over to the left side. Smith in hot pursuit of him. Bobby's going to have to tuck it away and try to run it. Got about a yard or so out of it, but no more than that. As Bob unable again to see anybody open, and he has to tuck it away and run it. Picked up a yard or so, but it's going to be fourth down and 4. 4th and 4. The ball right at about the 41-yard line.
4th down and 4 for the Trojans.
It's the ball just inside the 40 at the 41 here. You can see it. So on a big 4th down and 4, let's see what the Trojans are going to do with it. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here, and they may call timeout and talk it over with Coach Hain, I believe. They haven't called it yet, but it looks like they're waiting to call time. Now they're going to. Bobby Pham will call timeout. So with 2 minutes 58 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Trojans call timeout and look over a 4th and 4. Okay, Bob Pham looks like he's going to punt this ball away. He's back on a 4th and 4. Oh, high snap, but he caught it. Jeez. He heads one over towards the corner over there, and it's going to be caught and thrown down immediately over there is an Indian. So, boy, good coverage by Drew Peterson that time as Warner caught the ball, and Peterson was right there with him. And it's going to be spotted at about the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Juniata on around their own 8. So an excellent punt by Bobby Pham and some good coverage down there by Drew Peterson. And the Indians have it with 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the first half. The ball is on the 8. The Trojans lead 8-6. And Trojan defense has played very well, picking off 2 Frymore passes here in the second quarter. Here comes motion, and the handoff is going to be to that number 29, and boy, Wagner all the way out here to the 21-yard line. Jeremy Wagner with a big run, a first down on the play. Zielinski making the stop for the Trojans.
Gain of about 14 on the play, good enough for a Juniata first down.
And the clock starts down here, 2 minutes and a half remaining in the first half. Frymore again. And this time he will hand it off to number 20. Up the middle he goes with it. Drives ahead over here now on another good run. Almost another 10 yards on that play. Porter runs it out here, and he's tackled in there by a couple of Trojans who get up slowly. That is Zielinski. And number 41, Altland. Well, you can hardly see Altland's jersey anymore. Anyway, second down in inches, not quite a first down. Back to pass goes Frymore. He's going to dump one over here. It is complete. And this is going to be that number 29. He's got some running room, bumped out of bounds over here by a couple of Trojans. Knocking him out there is Bobby Pham along with Anthony Zielinski. But it's another first down, the ball at the 48-yard line. So the Indians showing they're not afraid to throw that football, threw a little screen that time. And runner knocked out at the 49-yard line of the Indians, so it's 1st and 10 Indians.
49-yard line.
A minute 51 remaining now. The clock stopped as he got bumped out of bounds over here. So Trojans got to hang in there now on the defense. Don't let these Indians get too much out of this. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Frymore back to pass. Fires one down the right side. It is going to be incomplete. Intended for number 23 out there. Sherman trying to intercept that ball. Tried it, but couldn't quite get a hold of that. And so it'll bring up a second down and 10. Schellenberger, the receiver, but he couldn't catch that one. And we'll have a 2nd and 10 coming up here from the Indian 49-yard line. Okay, 2nd down and 10 from the 49. Frymore sends a man in motion over to this side, going back to pass. Looking down the right side, man is out there. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be Sherman. Matthew Sherman at the 30, 40, the 45. Matthew at the 50, 45, down to the 40, down to the 35, and inside the 35-yard line. Another great interception by Matthew Sherman. And Matt Sherman, there are no flags on the play, and the Trojans have the football with a minute 31 seconds remaining here in the first half. Go, UDA, go. Come on. Got to watch when I get too exuberant up here. Got some of the enemy up here with me, but and let's see what we got here. It is 1st and 10 for the Trojans. The ball will be at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Trojans. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Number 21 will check into the ball game for UDA. That's that Hills. And we got a 1st and 10 from the 33 for UDA. Back to pass goes Bobby Pham, getting a big rush. Rolls to the left side, fires one downfield. Man out here, it's tipped around and incomplete. It was intended for Peterson. But good coverage, two-man coverage out there on Drew that time, so he could not pick that one off. And so to go as a incompletion and make it 2nd down and 10, a 1:24 left here in the first half. Hill will flank out on the far side of the field now for UDA. It's going to be Peterson on the near side. Back to pass goes Bob Pham. Got some protection this time. Now he's going to have to take it up the middle, and Smith will come in and nail him for Juniata as Bob had some protection for a little bit there, and then timeout's going to be called now by Upper Dauphin. but a loss on the play of about 5. And it'll be 3rd down and 15. And it's a minute and 13 remaining here in the half. So UD will call time and try to get something set up here and see if we can get 6 more. Okay, it's 3rd down now. Big 3rd down play and 3rd and 15 coming up here. Minute 13 remaining. They're going to put everybody flooded over on the left side almost. And back to pass goes Bob Fan. Bob getting a big rush. Smith again after him. Look out. He's going to spin away from just about everybody. Looks downfield. Fires one down here. It's going to be intercepted over there by number 23, and then he's going to be cut down over on the far side. So they turn it over, but there's 59 seconds remaining here. So if we can hang on to that now for a minute, if we can hang on to those Indians for a minute, we can still take a lead in the halftime. Copenhaver, Tiny Tim making the stop, they say, bumped him out of there. That time, Bob must not be able to find any receivers. I guess probably should have stayed back a little bit and saw the coverage out there, because Bob's having one heck of a time trying to pick up a receiver, scrambling around for his life back there, too, getting a big rush from that Zach Smith, who seems to come in there on every play, and he's in Bobby's face just about every time Bob's back there to pass. So he's playing a heck of a good game for the Juniata Indians, and here we go on a 1st and 10 Juniata. They'll hand this one off. Up the middle with it goes number 26, breaking tackles and dives all the way to the 49-yard line, and timeout's going to be called by the Juniata Indians. They'll stop the clock with 31 seconds remaining, and timeout called by the Indians. Mosser making the stop out there for UDA.
Timeout.
And we'll see now if we can hold them here. 31.6 seconds remaining. Can we do it? I think so. Hang in there. Okay, the Juniata timeout is over. We got a 1st and 10 from midfield here for the Indians. Trymore sends a man in motion. Pitch is coming back over this way to that number 29. He's got 5, he's got 10, and he's going to be thrown out of bounds over here. So Trojans, what they wanted to do that time was throw him inbounds, not out of bounds, but they threw him out of bounds anyway. And that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds remaining. So Trojans probably should have thought there was 3 or 4 of them there. They should have made the stop on him, even if he had the first down, so what? But threw him inbounds, not out of bounds. And it'll be 3rd down now, or 1st down now, and 10 from the 37-yard line of UDA. 25 seconds. Either plays are not taking up much time when they either throw an incompleted pass or run him out of bounds. Frymore will send a man in motion. Frymore going back to pass. He is going to fire one over the middle. It is intercepted by Upper Dauphin for the 4th time tonight. This is going to be Altland. Altland heading down the left side. Still on his feet. Altland gets a block. Altland gets another block at the 50-yard line. Out of bounds he goes. 9 seconds remaining. 8 seconds remaining. Altland with a great interception runs it back to the 45-yard line of the Indians. And the Trojans will have time for one play, maybe if they hurry up here now. We went out of bounds, stopping the clock. So they will have time for one play. Send everybody deep. 1st and 10, UDA, and they're Juniata 45. Well, we might as well send everybody out for a pass. He's got Sherman on the near side of the field as a flanker, and we'll see what they're going to do. He has to run the play, so Bob talks it over here. Now he'll drop back, and he's going to try to run it. He is going to run it. Goes up the middle, still on his feet, springing around out here. Look out, Bob. He is going to be tackled here as the buzzer sounds to end the first half. So a great, exciting first half here for these UDA Trojans. It is 8-6. The Trojans by 2 at halftime. Wow. One heck of a good ball game here this evening. All right. We'll be right back with the second half in just a moment.
Associate agent of Nationwide Health Insurance Agency of Michigan talks about life insurance.
If you're single, married with a family, or just starting out, Nationwide offers a wide variety of life insurance policies custom tailored to your individual needs.
Well, the teams are back on the field to begin the second half, and UDA will have the privilege of going on offense for the first time in the second half, as they will have Juniata kick the ball to them, and we'll see if the Trojans can keep up some or get some more points on the board and keep up that good defense that they've gotten so far. So let's go with that second half, and we'll be back with the kickoff here in just a moment. The Trojans lead by 2. Hollis has it teed up now to kick off for the Indians. Back deep to receive is 2 very muddy-looking Trojans. It's going to be Breyer on the near side and Altman, I believe, on the far side. Oh, you can't really see his jersey anymore from here. But it is Heath, and so one of those 2 guys should get the kick to open up the ball game. So here, the second half of the ball game. So here comes Hollis with his kick. It's going to go right there to Breyer, who has it on the fly. Breyer scoots up the middle with it, tripped up at around the 35-yard line, and dives ahead to nearly the 40. They'll put it at the 39, I guess, or wherever they spot it here. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be at the 39-yard line. Good field position. The Trojans take over right there. So let's see if we can get some good offense going here early on here in the second half. Bobby Pham will be working with Breyer in the backfield along with Zielinski. They're the 2 setbacks back there. Zielinski is the fullback, Breyer the running back. And in motion goes Altman over on the side, and up the middle with it goes Breyer, and Breyer dives ahead for about 4 yards. Or maybe 5. And Breyer takes it for a long 4, just about 5. It'll be second down and 6. At the 44-yard line of UDA. Second down 6. Sherman, the flanker on the near side, along with Altman. And this time it's going to be a pitch back over here for Breyer. Breyer cuts it up over the center field of the line, center field line here, the 50-yard line, to the 48-yard line. It's a first down for UDA. First and 10, Trojans picking up about 7 on the play, or 9 on the play. All right, first and 10, UDA. 20, J.R. Porter shaken up on it, but it looks like he might have got whacked on the neck or something. So he's going to check out of the ball game now as we have a temporary hold-up of time while he gets replaced in there, and he has been replaced, and we're ready to go. First and 10. Right on in front of us here at the 48-yard line of Juniata are those Trojans. Bobby Pham over center. The center is Tim Kuppenhaver. The handoff is to Breyer. Breyer up the middle. Chases it ahead for about 6 or 8. A good run. Looks like Breyer's got about 6. A nice run. Tripped up in there finally by an Indian, but a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4. Nice run by Dean Breyer. Second and 4 coming up. Spotted at the 38-yard line of Juniata. Second down and 4. Breyer hands this one off, and Zielinski's not going to get anywhere with this one, as he's going to be chased into the backfield. And Anthony, with no gain on the play, lost a yard or 2. It'll be spotted back at the 45-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play, and it will be now third down and 6. Third and 6 coming up. And a third and 6 now for the Trojans, so UD needs to get a big one right here. Third down 6 from the 45-yard line of Juniata. Back to pass goes Bob, looking over the middle. Got a man out there. It is complete. A nice catch made there by number 82, I think it is, or yeah, 82 is Sherman. Matthew Sherman for the catch for the first down. Down at the Juniata 30-yard line. It'll be first and 10. UDA on the Juniata 30. Great pass that time by Bobby Pham, and a super catch by Matthew Sherman. Bobby hit him right on the numbers that time. No doubt about that one, right squarely in the midsection of Matthew Sherman, and Matt brought it in. Here's a handoff. Up the middle with it goes Breyer, I guess it is. Yeah, Dean Breyer with another big run that time for UD, and another first down, and Breyer rips it ahead for about 13 or 14 yards. So UD now mixing it up very nicely in there. It is first and 10. Trojans, the ball will be spotted now at the 21-yard line. First and 10. So, boy, this would be a tremendous way to start this second half. If we can finish this one off, let's see what happens. First and 10, ball at the 5, 10, 15, actually about the 16-yard line, and now a penalty flag is thrown. And it could be that somebody jumped into the neutral zone on the it's encroachment against Juniata. 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 5. It'll take the ball down to the 11 yard line, or 12, we'll see. Down to the 11-yard line, offside, Juniata. 1st and 10 Trojans from the Juniata 11-yard line. All right. Let's go. The yardage gets tough down here. The Trojans have toughened it up, really, without a doubt. Pitch back over there for Breyer, and Breyer's going to be hit this time. Gets away from the one would-be tackler and struggles ahead to the line of scrimmage. Not much on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball still at the 11-yard line, so nothing gained on that play. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 5. Looking at UDA now. Ball still at the 11-yard line of the Juniata Indians. On a 2nd and 5. Power I formation again with Zielinski and Breyer in the backfield. Pham drops back. Passes one. It's partially blocked. Incomplete it goes. Partially blocked that time is number 89 and 26. I'm not sure whom, but one of these guys got a hand on it and knocked it down. Will bring up a 3rd down and 5 from the 11-yard line. So that one there, just a good defensive play by those Indians. And brings up a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 now. The Trojans need a big one here. 3rd down and 5 from the E11-yard line. All right, now we're going to the slots on the 3 on this side. Pass complete. Looking for a TD. He is short. Ball is fumbled out of bounds. And what are they going to call this? Okay, the officials will consult on this. Whose is it? If it's a fumble down there in the end zone and he recovered it, okay, they're going to spot it out at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 1st and goal from the 1. He did fumble it. The officials did not rule it out of bounds until he finally bounced on it. So what's going on? 1st and goal from the 1-foot line. All right, boy, oh boy, the Trojans in the driver's seat now. It is 1st and goal from the 1. A nice pass and a good run that time by Breyer. 1st and goal from the 1. Go, 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 Trojans. 1st and goal for the ball. I'll tell you, Dion Breyer is having one heck of a football game tonight, as are so many of these guys. But here we go. It's going to be a sneak touchdown. Bob Pham is in. The score comes with 7:17 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And there's a penalty flag on the play. Watch out. Penalty flag on the play. Who's it against? It's illegal procedure against UDA. Okay, that one's coming back. Well, I'll tell you, tough, hard to believe. The Trojans now with 2 big efforts being called back. And all right, we'll see what happens now. They'll bring it back to the 5-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 5 or 6. Ball just outside the 5-yard line, practically laying on it. So it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line now. Forget the score. Let's do it this time. Bobby Pham handing it off. Up the middle goes Breyer. Breyer dives to the 3, baby.
33, Dion Breyer on the carry.
Breyer down to the 2-yard line.
Number 59, Tui.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. All right, just take a little more time off. That's okay. 2nd down and goal from the 2. Will Bob sneak it in? Nope. Going to hand it to Breyer. He's in. Touchdown. Are there any flags? That's what I want to know. Look around for a flag. No flag. Everybody's got their hands up in the air. And Dion Breyer goes in from 2 yards out to make the score now, I'm sure. 14-6 with an extra point try coming up. 6:43 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Way to go. Extra point try coming up. It again will be a big one. They're all big. Extra points are every bit as important as touchdowns, and let's see if we can get this one now. Here we go. Bobby Pham scrambling around the left side. Bob looking, passes one, dumps it over into the end zone. It is no good. No good. So the extra point try, no good. And so we've got a 14-6 ball game now with 6:43 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans will be kicking off to the Juniata Indians, and we'll be right back with that Brian Robertson kick in a moment. Robertson tees it up on the 40-yard line. And we'll see if Brian can keep one in the ballpark now. But maybe Brian's strategy is to give him the ball at the 35. I'm not sure, but he's kicked some strange kicks tonight. So here we go. Let's see what Brian does with this one. And here it comes. This one's nice. Goes over on the left side over there. Bounces high and is picked up there at about the 19-yard line. Up the middle he comes. Tripped up nicely. As coming up there to hit him first was that Morgan. Brian Morgan coming up to give him the initial trip. And that's where they'll put the ball now at the 28-yard line of Juniata. 1st and 10 Indians. 1st and 10 now as Frymoyer sets him up on a 1st and 10. He'll reposition his one running back. And the pitch is back there, number 30. He runs into the pile and scoots ahead for several good yards. That's that J.R. Porter. And he got about 6 on the play. Derek Schaefer making the stop out there for UDA, but a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down 4. Ball comes out to the 34. Check that. Out to the, about 33-yard line, something like that. 2nd down and 4. Smith is in the backfield along with Porter. Frymoyer, the quarterback, he'll hand it off to Smith. Smith cuts it over the left side there and is tackled by a whole host of Trojans. Anybody in there making a stop, including Snyder, Zielinski, Schaefer,
brings up 3rd down and 1 for the Indians.
Kinch. All of them in there on the stop. Gain of 3, it'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. Smith lines up at the fullback position, or the running back position. In motion goes Porter. In up the middle goes Smith. 1st down and then some. Spun ahead as he's grabbed onto there by that Brad.
Smith carries the ball for a
Snyder, was it? Yeah, Brad grabbing him and putting him ahead. There is a flag on the play, however, and we're going to have illegal procedure against the Indians, so that'll stop a 1st down play and make it a 3rd down and 6. I'm sure the Trojans will take that. There's no doubt about it. It would have been a 1st down otherwise. So 3rd down and 6 on the illegal motion call. And that's a big, big penalty against the Indians and a big break for the Trojans. The ball will be placed back now at the 32-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 6. Clock is put into motion, 4 minutes, 50 seconds. It'll be a friendly clock if we can maintain this lead. 4:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Frymoyer will send a man in motion. And this time it's going to be a fumble, and Trojans have it. Upper Dauphin has it as number 73, Justin Mosser, picks up that fumble. UDA has the football, 1st and 10. It'll be on the Juniata 38 or 39-yard line. Justin Mosser picking it up there for UDA. Way to go, Justin. Justin busting in there and getting himself a fumble as the Trojans had jarred it loose. The Trojan offense going back into action here now. They scored the last time they had the football, and we'll see what we can do here now.
34-yard line.
34-yard line. The Trojans 1st and 10. The Trojans with a 8-point lead. Handoff up the middle with it goes Breyer. Breyer drives ahead for a couple of yards down to about the 32-yard line.
33, Dion Brower on the carry.
Not a whole lot on that. Let's see. Got about 3 maybe.
Gain of 2 in the play.
2. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
For the Trojans.
Going to be inside of 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter here. Boy, the Trojans would look so good if they could get 6 more in here. They'll put Altland as a flanker on the far side along with Sherman. Tight end is Rao. He's in on this side. The handoff is up the middle with it goes Breyer. Dives ahead for a couple of yards, diving down to the 27-yard line. He is thrown back after a gain of about 4 or so on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Ball is on the Juniata 28. 3rd down and 4. Same formation with Altland and Sherman flanked out on the left side of the field. Bobby Pham's got it. Bob's going to run around this side, and Bob could go for some good distance all the way, knocked out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Bobby Pham with a good scramble around this side. Had everything going up the middle, had everything looking towards the left side, and Bob runs it for a first down. It's 1st and goal, UDA on the 7-yard line. There are no flags on that play, thank goodness. It's 1st and goal from the 7 for UDA. 1st and goal, Trojans. We've got a scoreboard out here somewhere. Here you go. 3 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and goal, Trojans from the 7-yard line of Juniata. Pham hands it off. Up the middle with it goes Breyer. Breyer dives down, and did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Touchdown, Upper Dauphin. The Trojans have scored a game, and it's now a 20-6 ball game with an extra point try coming up. Breyer going in from 6 or 7 yards out with a good rush that time. So the Trojans, taking advantage of the Juniata fumble, have gotten 6 more here in about 2 or 3 plays, and now lead 20-0 with an extra point try coming up, or 26, I beg your pardon, with an extra point try coming up here. 2:54 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So let's see if Bobby Pham can get ourselves 2 now. Get those 2 back. Here's a handoff up the middle with it goes Breyer. He is in, I believe. Come on, where's the call? No call?
Number 30.
Well, is he in or isn't he?
On the carry.
They're milling around out here. No, they say no. Oh, could have been a tough call there, gang. Could have been a tough call. Anyway, 20-6 with 2:54 left here in the 3rd period, and a good, strong effort tonight so far. So good by these Trojans. What a job these guys are doing out there. All right, kickoff coming up in a second. Ryan Robertson will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line for the Trojans following their 2nd kickoff of the quarter, or 2nd touchdown of the quarter. It's 20-6, Trojans by 14 now, and Robertson has her teed up for UDA. And here comes that kick. And it is right down the middle this time, and going to be taken out here at the 15. At the 20-yard line is number 29. Rushes ahead and runs into a pile. Stacked up out here by Trojans as he will run into James Fink and our Allen Hill making a big stop on him. Whitmer out there also on a stop. 1st and 10 now for Juniata at the 36-yard line of Juniata. 2 minutes, 48 seconds. And counting here now, remaining in quarter number 3. And crowd over here getting just a bit anxious. This is their homecoming ball game. They have lost 1 game this year. They were looking ahead. I'm afraid to say they may have been looking ahead to Line Mountain also. Pitch back over here. 29 with a good stop put on him in there by Justin Mosser. Justin Mosser coming up there and hitting Wagner for a several-yard loss, and a good job by Justin Mosser. Way to go, Justin. Super job. Loss of 5 on a play. 2nd down and 16. Loss 6. 2nd and 16. Ball back at the 30-yard line of the Indians. What a super play by that Justin busting in there. Way to go. Minute 55 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Frymoyer will set him up now and see what he can do with it. Motion coming over this way. Frymoyer hands it off. 29's got it. Got some running room. Over the side he goes. Over the left side. Going to be bumped and still loose. And finally thrown out of bounds over at the 46 or 44-yard line. Something like that. We'll see. It'll be short of the 1st down. But he did pick up some big yardage that time. A nice run by that number 29 out there. That's that Jeremy Wagner. A good run will be 3rd and 2. Brian Morgan coming up from his secondary position to make the stop on Wagner, but a nice run. And it brings up a 3rd down and 2 now. Trojans had him in a hole on a 2nd and 16. All of a sudden it's 3rd and 2. We'll be down to a minute to play in the 3rd here. Handoff coming up the middle with it. Number 31. He's got some running room, and he bounces ahead for a 1st down in Trojan territory at the Upper Dauphin 48-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 Juniata. 58 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
first and 10 for Juniata.
And the clock is started, and the clock is running. I'll keep my eye on it over there for you, Coach. Make sure there's no funny stuff going on here. Anyway, first and 10 now. The 48-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Here comes motion over this way. Handoff is to that 31 again. He'll rip up the middle and get some good yardage, picking up 3 or 4 before he's tackled in there by that Kinch, making a stop along with Zielinski, but I think Ryan had him first. Yep, Ryan Kinch with a good stop in there. Way to go. Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 now, as the clock counts it down here now to 17, 16, 15, 14 seconds remaining in the third. Frymore with a say, 2 people in motion. This will cost them 5. This is coming back. Good job. Stops the clock with 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 11, I would think. We'll see. How can there be a discussion on the play? All right, let's see what they call. Illegal procedure against Juniata would be the obvious play. And they're going to talk to the Trojans, and they say, send them back. Our main man out here tonight is Sims. And Randy says, put them back. And they did. Back to the 49-yard line of the Trojans. Illegal procedure, 10 seconds remaining. The clock will be put into play when they spot the ball, and they have done that. And so here we go, less than 10 seconds. Frymore will set him up at the 49-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Motion comes over this way. Frymore will hand it off. 29's got it, and somebody got a hold of his jersey, and they pull him down. It looked like it was probably Sean Rao, and Sean still down on his on the field out here. But I think Sean might have been the fella to get the initial stop on him as he hung on to that jersey and slowed him down. So the quarter comes to an end on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 12 looking at Juniata. We've got 12 minutes remaining in the ball game. The Trojans up by 14, 20-6. Fourth quarter coming up. The ball is spotted on the 47-yard line of Upper Dauphin. It is 3rd down and 10. Big loss on the last play. 3rd down and 10 now, and here we go as Juniata with 12 minutes remaining in the ball game puts a motion coming over this way. Back to pass goes the QB. Fires it up in the air. It's tipped and out of the hands of number 80. Goes as an incompletion, and will bring up a 4th down and 10 from the 48-yard line. And Upper Dauphin, who has scored the last 2 times they've had the football, are now going to get it back again. And they're going to send back Peterson and Sherman to receive this obvious punt on a 4th down and 10 from the 47-yard line. And back to punt the ball goes number 89, Bewar. What kind of a snap he gets here. Sort of a high snap, but not too much of a problem. Nice spiraling kick. Going to be fair caught down here on a good catch by Matthew Sherman. And Matt will catch it at the 15-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will put it in play. 11:51 on the friendly clock right now for UDA. That's all that remains in the ball game. The quarter sign there is wrong, should be 4, but of course Juniata hopeful that we'll play 5 quarters. Anyway, it's the 4th quarter now. They'll change it, I'm sure. And 1st and 10. UDA, 5, 10, 15, about the 16 or 17-yard lines where the ball is. Little hard to tell from here. Bob Pham, who has had a terrific evening tonight, back at the quarterback. He'll hand it off to Breyer. Breyer rips it down the middle. Look out, Breyer couldn't go all the way. Dion Breyer with a big run. He is going to go down to the 5th 10-yard line. Oh, what a big run by Dion Breyer.
33.
And he finally is caught from behind, but Dion Breyer with a big one gives the Trojans a 1st and goal. There are no flags on the play, believe it or not, gang. No flags, and Breyer just about put it all the way in, but couldn't quite. And he's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They'll put it 1st and goal, I guess. A 75-yard play that time for the Trojans, and the ball actually spotted at the 11-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 from the 11. So great run that time by Breyer. Breyer just could not quite outrun that young Juniata Indian, but it's 1st and 10 UD at the 11. Fam's going to run it up the middle. He's got a couple. Dives down to about
Number
the
12,
8.
Robert Pham on the quarterback draw.
It'll be second down.
Number 78,
And
Brian Leach on the stop.
6. Picked up nearly 4. Or we'll call it 3. Second down and 7. The ball at the 8-yard line now of the Juniata Indians. Second down and 7. 73-yard run, they say, by Breyer. That's a little, I don't think the math adds up there, but we'll take it. Anyway, here goes a run by Breyer. Skips down to the 5-yard line.
Dion Brower on the carry.
Breyer with another good run. Inside the 5, it goes to the 4. And it will be third and about 4 for UDA. Third down, 4. And we'll see what the Trojan, boy, the Trojan put the nail in the coffin here, if we can get one right now. Pham gonna keep it, gonna roll around the right side, dumps one into the end zone. It is incomplete, intended out there for Matthew Sherman, but it's incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 4 from the 5-yard line.
15, no Moyer on the cover.
And the Trojans looking at a big one here now, because we sure would like to put those killer points on the board here now if we can. So let's see what happens on this 4th down and 4. Got to do something with this one. You got to give it to somebody to squirt in here with this one. They'll line up with Zielinski, will be the only back set in the backfield this time as they go into the single slot on this side formation on a 4th and 4, and that's going to do it. That's going to give them probably nearly half of what they need. It's going to be against Juniata, I believe. We'll see. Over here, you never know. And let's see what they're going to call this. It is going to be offsides against Juniata, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Half the distance. It'll bring up a 4th and about 2.
Move the ball half the distance to the goal line.
And that should give the Trojans a little more of a little easier time here, perhaps. Let's see what happens here now on a big 4th and 2. Fam's got it, hands it off. Breyer up the middle. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Dion Breyer goes in from about 2 or 2.5 yards out. Another UD touchdown. It's now 26-6 with 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the ball game, and the Trojans will go for that extra point try. Way to go, fellas. Excellent, excellent football game. 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. The Trojans up by 20. That's right, you heard it. The Trojans up by 20. Okay, the extra point try coming up here now for UDA. It is 26-6. They're going to go for 2. And let's see what happens with this one. This time it's going to be a double of a reverse, and coming around this side with it is Sherman, and Matthew Sherman goes in for 2. There are no flags on the play, and Matt Sherman will go in for 2, and it's now a 28-6 ball game with 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the contest. The third quarter note down there is not accurate. That should be a 4. All right, 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the game. 28-6 UDA. And remember, gang, you heard it here first. Brian Robertson getting set to kick off now for the 4th time here in the fourth quarter. Scoreboard got me nudged up now. Anyway, 4th time we will kick, I believe, here in the 4th quarter. Halftime score was 14-6. The Trojans have not looked back now. Sherman, or Robertson has her teed up.
Jeremy Wagner deep for the Indians.
And here we go.
Along with J.R. Porter.
Porter and Wagner back to receive the kick. It's a low bounding kick. Going to be taken by number 31, and he'll start it upfield, and he's going to be wrapped up out there by a couple of Trojans, including, let's see, last guy getting up here is going to be Hill and Morgan, stopping him out there along with some others. 1st and 10, and we've got a Trojan down on the play out here now. We got a man injured, and there will be a official timeout. Losser, the young fella, shaken up for UDA, and Justin's going to be okay, I believe. Might have got popped on the thigh or something like that, but he's going to be taken off into the able hands of Captain Mike Miller over there, no, not Mike Miller, Mike Wirtz. Mike Miller's doing the play-by-play, Dale. Oh, thank you. Anyway, Mike Wirtz will take care of him, and it's 1st and 10 now. The ball at the 38-yard line of Juniata. Frymore hands this one off. Going up the middle with it is number 20. He'll cut it up the middle and get a couple of yards. Finally crunched down here by 4 black helmets, if you notice them there, or maybe 5. 76 in there is Bender, along with Rutledge, along with Rao, and a couple of other guys in here. 55 is Kinch, and the final man there picking the straw out of from between his teeth is Hartland. Anyway, gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and a long 5. Oh, hold everything. This is going to be against Juniata, I believe. We'll see, however. And if it is, the Indians are getting themselves a little bit unglued here. Flags all over the place. Looked like the Indians had jumped offsides. Illegal procedure is the call. And that's going to make it a 2nd down and 10 and move the ball back to the 33-yard line. Check it. Back to the 38-yard line. 38-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. 2nd down and 10. Goes back to the original line of scrimmage and make it a 2nd and 10. Clock put in motion. 9:15 left in the ball game. And here we go now. Derek Schaefer and Kevin Wirtz in there now. Quarterback still has it. Big rush put on by Bell. Oh, he couldn't. Or by. Wait a minute. Pass is complete over here. Big rush put on by the Bender, rather. And boy, he fired the pass complete anyway. Preston Schellenberger made the catch for the 1st down, gain of about 13 or 14 on the play. A nice pass play, but boy, was Bender ever putting a rush on him in there. Don just couldn't quite catch up to him. It's a 1st down for the Indians. The ball will be at the 42-yard line. Check it, 47-yard line of the Trojans. 8:45 left in the ball game. Frymore will pitch this one back. It's going to be the old pass play again. Coming over this way. Can we pick it off? No. Oh, incomplete. Number 29 was the intended receiver, but it went off his fingertips, and he's mad about it. But that's going to be an incompletion to Wagner, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. They just announced that the hot dogs are at half price, so I'm going to leave the game, go get a couple. Wait a minute, here comes 20, dragging it to the 30-yard line. A nice run that time, Drew Peterson making the stop over there. Porter made the run. A nice run it was, and Peterson finally making the stop at the 30-yard line. I may have said 20. At the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Juniata. And the clock is started. 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the ball game. 28-6 UDA. Trojans should get to stop them here now if we can. Porter lines up in a slot on the other side, and he's going to get the pitch back again. They're going to try that again. Here's the pass. Into the end zone it goes. Man back there, but it's us. And it's going to be incomplete, as the only guy with a chance to catch that was Bobby Pham, and Bobby elected not to catch it in the end zone. A very good idea. 8:08 left, the clock stops. And we're looking at a
broken up by number 12, Robert Pham brings up
2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10, okay. 3rd down and 10, not 2nd. Shouldn't it be 3rd down here? No, I guess only 2nd. I thought they had an incomplete pass on this side. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, 2nd down and 10. And let's see what happens here now as they'll go back to pass. He's dropping, looking like he's got to set up a screen. He's got a screen to Smith. Smith on the far side of the field bursts down to about the 15-yard line. A nice play that time by Smith as he took the pass from Frymore. And it's another 1st down for the Indians. The ball will be spotted at the 5, 10, 15, 16-yard line. Zielinski making the stop, they say, for UDA. Wirtz back into the ball game for the Trojans in the middle of that Trojan line. as Frymoyer goes to work. 1st and 10 from about the 16. Pitches back here, fumble on the play, picked up by UDA. Coming down here with it is Rao, and Rao will be tripped out of bounds here. The ball's loose, but it's going to be down here, and a good run back by Sean Rao, the big senior who plays everything good. And Sean may have injured a leg. He's getting up very slowly. Sean has that gimpy leg, and let's see. Well, he's going to walk it off okay, and he looks like he's doing pretty good with it, but I don't know. Sean's that tough, gritty kid. He'll play. But the Trojans now, I think, have just about wrapped it up. It's on the 47-yard line of UDA with 7.5 minutes remaining in the ballgame, and the clock is counting it down as we speak. So the Trojans with a tremendous effort here at Juniata. Juniata scored first, and the Trojans were not deterred by that at all. They just kept pounding away at it on the ground, in the air, and did just an excellent job. Bob Pham having one of his stellar performances tonight at the QB spot, and Dean Breyer and the gang out there really making some plays. So here's a 1st and 10 from the 48. Again, it's going to be Breyer. Breyer tries to streak around the right side. He's tackled by Smith. As Zach Smith comes up and makes the stop after a gain of about maybe a yard or so.
Gain of 1 on the play.
But 6 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. And the clock is moving. Yeah, where was the clock stop there? Clock was stopped, guy. I'm telling you, up here I told you I was going to keep my eye on it. And it was stopped for whatever reason. I have no idea. It's 2nd down and 9. Keep your eye on that, Ray, will you? 2nd down and 9. Motion coming over this way as Altland pitches back over that way to Breyer again, I believe it is. And he's going to be held up over there without much gain on that play.
Brower on the carry.
Breyer that time is stopped for a gain of 3.
By number 20, J.R. Porter, and 26, Matt Hines.
Bring up a 3rd down and 6. The ball will be spotted just inside the 50-yard line on the Juniata side with 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. They're going to flank out Peterson on the near side of the field along with Altland. We're going to stay back here on this 3rd down play and just see what might happen to some of these receivers this time. If Bob goes back to pass, he is. He's going back to pass. We're going to stay with the receivers. Fires one down the field. It is intercepted. Well, that's what happens. Here's number 80 with it, and he's going to be tackled as Altland comes over there along with Schaefer to make the stop. It's at the 48-yard line of Juniata, and the Indians will take over with 5 minutes 36 seconds remaining in the ball game, and the Trojan defense will have to try to stop them again here. 1st and 10, Juniata. 1st and 10, Indians. Frymoyer handing this one off to that number 20. Up the middle goes that J.R. Porter. He's stopped in here by Altland. Makes a good stop. After a gain of 6 on the play, it'll be 2nd down and 4. Okay, on a 2nd down and 4 now. Motion goes Porter. And the handoff comes up the middle, and going up the middle with it with a good run for a couple of yards before he stopped in there by Rutledge. And let's see, number 64, Brad Snyder. Brad playing another strong game for UDA. And he and Rutledge make the stop. Rutledge will check out of the ball game now for UDA. 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line of Upper Dauphin. 4:26 remaining. Handoff is to number 26. He's going to go over the left side. Has a little bit of how about a offensive face mask? No?
Number 26.
Wow. Matt Hines on the carry. Taken down over there by Peterson, but boy, looked like we could have had a little offensive face mask. I think they can call that too, but they won't. And it's a gain of 2, 2nd down 8. Less than 4 minutes to play in the ball game. The Trojans have traveled over here to Juniata and have really spoiled Juniata's efforts here tonight as they were looking ahead to Line Mountain before this game ever got started, talking to one of the fellows up here who is a good friend of mine, and he was talking about what does Line Mountain have, and I don't think they're going to have to worry too much. This is Porter. Porter streaking down the left side over there is knocked out of bounds before he can get in for a touchdown. There are no flags on the play, so Porter is going to get down here inside the 10 for a first and goal situation. But hey, with a 28-6 lead, you know, who cares? No. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. And as I was saying, this has been just a super effort by these Trojans. And you know in their hearts, if they could wind back the clock, they'd love to play Millersburg and Line Mountain again. But hey, that's behind us. But thank goodness they really sucked it up and brought this ball game here and came out tonight to play. Here is a fella for a touchdown. So Juniata has it. They get a nice cheer from their crowd over here. Makes it a 28-12 score. But Juniata coming in here with a 5-1 record, had only lost to Susquehanna, I think it was, and now they suffer their first loss in the league tonight at the hands of the Trojans, and that means overall Juniata will go to 5-2, and the Trojans will go to 5-2 also. But two of our losses have been in league play against league foes. So, but the Trojans are definitely back with this one. And here is Frymore looking for that extra point conversion, and he got in for two. All right, so it's 28-14. 3.5 minutes remaining. The Trojans will get the ball back, and we'll be back with in just a moment with the final 3.5 minutes of this Super Bowl game here tonight. Be right back. Back to receive this kick is a very dirty Heath Altland. And over on the far side, an almost equally dirty, in fact, I'm not even sure who that is. Breyer, I guess. Yeah. And here comes the kick. Could it be an onside kick? Could be. They need the points, and here it comes. Yeah, it's going to be an onside kick. And covering the football out there for UDA is number... Who was it? Let's see. It is Drew Peterson picking that off at the 49-yard line. First and 10 Upper Dauphin. And the Trojans will put it in play now with 3 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the ball game. A memorable game, to say the least. A biggie. All right, let's see what they do with it here now. We got to control the ball for 3.5 minutes almost, 3:25. And then we ought to be able to ride home very, very happy. Big smile on the faces out here now. First and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Indians. Here's a handoff, and Zielinski's got to try to do something with it, but he will not be allowed to, as, again, that Zach Smith, who has played one heck of a good ball game for the Indians, comes up there to make the stop along with number 31 out there. It'll be second and 10. So Anthony still having a little trouble getting any kind of yardage out there, but doing some good run blocking for Breyer for sure. And then Anthony just seems to have to struggle a little bit to get any kind of yardage out of his running plays, but that's okay. Let's go with a second down play now from the shotgun formation. It's going to be Pham. He's going to keep it, run up the middle with it. Bobby is tripped up after he gains about 3 on the play. It'll be third down and 7 as Justin Quaker come up there and made the stop on him. And we'll bring up a third down and 7 maybe.
Third down and 6 for the Trojans.
Or 6. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. The 2-minute warning, if it was pro, we'd be giving it right now. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. And the crowd, which was not very big for Upper Dauphin, you can see it over there. I think there would have been more folks up here had they known the outcome of this ball game. Here's a handoff. Going over the right side over there goes Breyer again, and Breyer driving it ahead until he is stacked up and finally thrown back over there. But a good gain on the play of about, well, enough for the first down. Let's see. It is a first down for Upper Dauphin. Good run by Dan Breyer. Another big first down. Minute 40 left here in the ball game, and the clock is put into motion. So, minute and a half remaining as the Trojans see their spirits lifted and the Indians just going the opposite way here tonight. First and 10. Ball will be at the 39-yard line of the Indians. Handoff here, and coming over this side here is Breyer. He drives it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackled in there by several Indians.
And number 8.
Been a very nicely played ball game. No personal foul nonsense or anything like that. In a very meaningful game for these Indians, they have remained cool and have taken this loss pretty good. Now, I'm sure the kids don't like it, but at least they have not exhibited any kind of unsportsmanlike stuff on the field. That's a credit to the Juniata Indians, who had a lot at stake in this ball game. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining, and timeout called by Juniata. Okay, 1:05 remaining as the Trojans put it in play now. I'm going to stay back on this one and just see what they do with this for the heck of it. Yep, quarterback's going to get sacked this time as they finally caught Bobby Pham in the backfield. But boy, Bob has not been sacked much tonight. And timeout called immediately by the Indians. Bob is dropped back here to the 50-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and third down and about 20 or something like that. 58 seconds left in the ball game, and UD going to pick up its 5th victory and stop that 2-game skid. Okay, now the ball will be put in play at the 50-yard line on a third down and about 20-something. Power I formation in the backfield for UDA. Handoff is to Breyer, I believe. And Dion Breyer runs it up the middle, and the Indians, I think, have used their final timeout. It is timeout called by the Indians. 53 seconds left here in the ball game, and Juniata will take what I think is its final timeout. Toby Huffman checking into the ball game for the UDA. Be right back. Well, Bob Pham in punting formation now, and Bob's going to punt this one away, and he gets a kind of a low punt. Takes a good bounce. It's going to roll out of bounds, I think. Nope, yep, it will. Out of bounds. Stopping the clock with 44 seconds remaining. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for Juniata. And Trojans will try to hang on here and wrap this one up. Don Bender into the ball game for UDA. And we've got, let's see, who else do we have out here? 79 is Wirtz. Trying to look at some clean jerseys. And there we go now on a 1st and 10. Ball at about the 17-yard line. Up the middle with it goes that J.R. Porter, and Porter out across the 30-yard line to the 31.
J.R. Porter on the carry, gain of 15
nice
on the
run.
Indian first down.
First down for the Indians. And they'll spot the flag, and then the sideline markers, and then they'll put the ball in play. The clock beginning to run. 35 seconds left. Play another couple of plays here, maybe. Back goes Frymoyer. He's looking to pass. Dumps one over this way. It's complete. And this is going to be to that J.R. Porter, and Porter is going to be hit out here at the 45-yard line, where he's brought down by Rutledge and Morgan. And it will be 1st and 10 for Juniata at the 45-yard line. Now, Juniata cannot stop the clock anymore. So as soon as they put it in motion here, okay, that's it. Probably the final play of the ball game, unless it would be an incompleted pass coming up here now. So we'll see what they decide to do with this one. The pitch is back here to 26. He'll probably try to get out of bounds if he can. He did. Had a little help over here from Zielinski and Rutledge. 28 seconds remaining here in the ball game. So UDA with a great effort up here at Juniata tonight. We weren't sure, I'll be honest with you, weren't sure what kind of a ball game we were going to find, but surely very pleasant surprise. They really did a job out here tonight, holding the Juniata Indians for most of the game to that 6 points, and then here late in the 4th period, Juniata picking up their 2nd touchdown, but it was kind of insignificant. as it turns out. So here we go. Final play of the ball game. 8 seconds remaining. Back to pass goes Frymoyer. He'll dump a screen over here. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 4 seconds left.
Frymoyer's pass intended
So,
for Zach Smith.
man on the clock really quick now. 4 seconds left, or just about 5. And we only started with 8, so that was a 3-second play that time. And we'll look at a 3rd down and 5. All right. In my opinion, this is the best ball game the Trojans have played all year against what should have been and could have been a very strong ball club. Back to pass goes Frymoyer. Fires one over the left side. It is complete. And he's tackled over there, and that'll do it. The ball game comes to an end. Final score, Upper Dauphin 28. The Indians of Juniata 14. So the Trojans have really come up with a big one here tonight. The Trojans really come up with a big one here tonight against these Indians, really playing one heck of a super ball game, and everybody contributing very well out here for the victory. I mentioned before, a very well played ball game. No carrying on, you know, in an unsportsmanlike way, which is a credit to both ball clubs, and they have really done a job. So congratulations to Coach Hayne and all the coaches and all of these ball players out here for what was one heck of a super effort. They are back on the winning track. We go to Newport, I guess it is, next week, and things really looking up once again here for the Trojans. Excellent ball game, and all the interceptions and the fumble recoveries that were so vital and so important out here tonight, really getting the ball club and giving the ball club a big lift. And then the Trojans tonight taking advantage of those miscues on the other ball team that the other ball club makes, and really turning them into something very, very positive. So looks good, and everybody had a great game, and we just congratulate them, and so happy to see it for the kids. And we'll catch you again next week. Dale Calnon and Ray Coles from Juniata saying good night to all of you guys. Catch you later. Keep it up.
The game, he didn't take that.